there, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Gwen, good to see you on. Hey, Cookie Steve, popping in for a bit, just relaxing after work and getting the lawn done. Okay, sorry for being late. My streaming computer rebooted itself, so I had to go back to the last stream, see where I stopped the last move on. So I get to start back up the right spot. It's finally relatively cool this evening, so I'll be getting a couple hours in. I'm not going to go extra long tonight because Mrs. Torin does have to work tomorrow morning, and I don't want to keep her up too late. And it's also listening to the multi-stream of Rust on and off today, so that was interesting. And Gwen saying hi to Pokemon Steve. Alrighty. So, starting moves for start on move 65. On the right, we're going to exchange 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. We're ending an edge transition with reversing sheds 5 and 8. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 7, 11, 13, and 15. Sheds 1, 2, 6, and 8 are reversed. And the good news is the place that I order my silk from got their international shipping order links fixed, so I was able to get the order placed. Downside is there's going to be about a week delay on shipping it because they needed to dye some thread before they sent it out, which is entirely understandable, and I'm glad they're going to complete the order rather than send it partial. However, that means that it might get here after I head out on vacation, which will be disappointing, but I do have backup plans set, so I should be okay for that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seven, 8, 9, 10. I do plan on streaming tomorrow morning, probably also tomorrow afternoon, 11, 12. And I'm going to try and get as much streaming done as I can this weekend, because I will probably 13, 14, 15, 16, and we got to get started helping Mrs. Torn pack for vacation. We're loading up 17, 18. We're loading up the vehicles Thursday of next week and take it easy Friday, and we will head out Friday evening. And then we will be back on like the 12th or 13th of August. I do plan on streaming while on vacation. Not sure how much I'm actually going to get in, but I'm going to do my best to get as much as I can, depending on the signal and my data plan and how much of the Wi-Fi I can make use of. All right, sheds 5 and 8 are reversed. We'll do top moves first because we're ending an edge transition. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top, and up over the last blue one, and under the last yellow at the bottom. Put that one, pass it through to the top on the left, and the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. For some reason, good. Let's put the chair back just a little bit. Yeah. There we go. And top blue one on the right passes through the shed to the bottom on the left. And next top blue one drops straight down on the same side at the front to restore our symmetry. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 7, 11, 13, and 15. I don't know if you noticed, but I went ahead and changed my tagline back from Braids of Fury to Bob Ross of Braiding. I figured it'd be nice to alternate between them. If I come up with more, I'll also go ahead and add those in. So 1, 2, 3. I did mostly listen to the multi-stream for Rust, but there's some spots on it I definitely want to catch. Ian's stream. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 7, 8, 9, 10, and I do have a bit of a headache, though it's not a migraine. I've had it a couple times. I'm not sure if it's just the weather, 11, 12, and 13, or if it's new medicine maybe, or what's going on there. Hopefully it'll fade fairly soon. Eating dinner did help with it. Come on, you can untwist. There we go. $13, $14, and $15. But I'm going to plan real hard on getting the braid finished this weekend and hopefully get at least one warping frame made up. I may not sell it, but I got a friend that's going to be there that I'm going to, she's getting into Kumihimo on the disc, so I was going to give it to her and see if it's something that she can use, since she's not really all that crafty in relationship to braiding threads and stuff like that. So if it works well for her, I can say that it is relatively simple to use, and maybe get some design improvements if necessary. All right, sheds 1, 2, 6, and 8 are reverse. So 1 and 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Check sum is good. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3, 4, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Check sum is good. This needs a little bit of unroll. And there we go. And we are done with this move. And so for the next move, which will be 66, on the right we're going to exchange 1, 9, and 19, sheds 1, 5, and 8 reversed. Left side we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 7, 13, 15, and 17, and sheds 3, 4, and 8 are reversed. We're getting close to the pattern reset point. And Martha Ivy, such beautiful work. Thank you, Martha. I appreciate that. I'm not sure if you've been in the chat before. I don't remember the name, but if you have, good to have you back. If you haven't, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and I will do my best to answer them. And when saying hello to Martha Ivy too. Alrighty, do a quick check over on Rumble. We got 2 people there. And according to StreamYard, I have 2 people on YouTube watching. And already, what else was I going to discuss? Alrighty, so 1, 9, and 19 on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oops, grabbed the wrong one there. There we go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. All right, reminds me, before I do this, I had a little bit of snag point on one of my nails. So let's go ahead and give that a little touch up here. Apparently, for those that are on Twitter and have heard of Lakota Man, he's been a moderately prolific political commentator type person. I first ran across him where he was talking about ARs, and somebody posted a picture of the upper receiver of the AR style rifle and circled the forward assist button and said that this is the button that if you press it turns it from semi-automatic to overlapping semi-auto. For those that are not aware, what was pointed out is a button that if your receiver or your bolt doesn't go all the way forward in it and lock in place so that you can fire, you can hit that and it will like give it an extra bump forward. That's why they call it forward assist. That's all it does. Is if it's not in a firing condition, it can restore it to. The only problem is that it doesn't work that well. I mean, earlier versions it was more useful with the way they manufactured it. It's not really all that useful from my understanding. At least I've never had to use one with mine. Anyway, but yeah, he said exactly where he claimed that he was in the military and used an M16, and that's why he knew the AR was the same. Anyway, the upshot is that he apparently lies about a lot of things, allegedly, and he's been claiming that he's part of the Lakota tribe and part of a specific family. And apparently people have been tracking down the information, and he has no evidence. And the people who he's supposedly related to say they have no idea who he is, and he wouldn't provide any proof when they asked him for it. So, anyway, just interesting for those that pay attention to the firearms rights discussion stuff on Twitter. So, not that this tends to be a lot about it, but just it was an interesting thing of note. All right, sheds 1, 5, and 8 are reversed. So 1 on the top and still kind of snagging there. 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Right. And still having an issue with that. Give me a second here. See if I can't actually fix this. Thank you for your patience. And there we go. And let's see. 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Good news is my headache seems to be improving slightly. And left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 7, 13, 15, and 17. But yeah, it's been warm enough the last several days. I've probably spent a couple nights out in the garage where there's AC. So 1, 2. It's cooled down enough last night I was able to sleep in the house, though it was still kind of stuffy. I think I'll actually get a decent night's sleep tonight. 3, 4. I do plan on catching as much of the rust trial tomorrow as I can when I'm not streaming. I also have some constable work tomorrow, which will be, I think, the last one I've got scheduled before I go on vacation. 5, 6. And for anybody who's watching this who knows where I live, our roommate is staying home, so the house is going to be occupied the entire time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yep, color chart looks good. I didn't miss my count there. 13, 14, and 15, 16, and 17. I also noticed when I placed my order for more thread that apparently the Japanese yen is still going down in value relative to the US dollar. So while they haven't had a price increase, I'm still able to get a little more, or spend a little less on getting it, which is nice. Sheds 3, 4, and 8 are reversed, so 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. So tentatively, I went ahead and got all the colors that I need for the variations of Kurt's braid that I've been thinking of doing, which might be purple and gold, might be purple and black, might be red and black, might be orange and black, might be any variation of that. But I will have pretty much all the primary colors plus black and white. So I can at least get, I'd say, probably about 90% of the designs people might be interested in. So I feel good about that. All right, so 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. All right. But yeah, the colors I am getting are red, orange, and like primary purple. With a slight pastel touch to it, I think. All right, so that one is done. We are ready for the next move. And I have not been keeping up with chat. I apologize for that. All right, on to 67. On the right, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 13, and 19. Sheds 1, 2, 6, and 9 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Sheds 4, 7, and 9 are reversed. And right about here, I think, is where the final long edge transition happens before we do our pattern reset. So we're fairly close. I will probably hit it tonight. All right, let me catch it real quick here. All right. And Gwen says, I deleted my Twitter account a very long time ago. Yeah, well, I'm trying to expand the audience for my streams and shows, so I figured it's another thing I can do, and there's some people I like on there. Ian is very fun to read on Twitter. And Meili says, hi, or hey, Meili, good to see you on. Welcome, welcome. Gwen also says hey to Meili. And Meili says hey to Gwen. And Kumihimo Steve, I'm back. I was listening with it very quiet, but had to deal with some phone stuff. So hi, Gwen and Meili. It's good to have you back, Kumihimo Steve. And let's see. Gwen says I'm watching here and Runkle. Yeah, I got to catch up on Runkle. I'll probably be listening to a good chunk of it tonight and tomorrow morning before everything else starts up. And Meili says hey to Kumihimo Steve. And same to Gwen. And Marmar, hello. I won't be able to join for long, but I'll be here as long as I can. Thank you very much, Marmar. It's good to have you on. All right. And I did read off the moves. Okay, so we can go. Alrighty, 1, 3, 13, and 19 on the right. This one's going to go past the leader knot. Just going to do it in the air free. There we go. All right. So 1, 2, 3. And for those that didn't hear, there is nothing actually seriously wrong with me. I just seem to be horribly out of shape. And, this one needs some unroll, but it also needs to feed past the leader knot, and it doesn't want to go, so let's loosen this up a little bit. There we go. And just a little bit of a, there we go, so it's not like wrapped under some of the other threads there. And now we'll pass the leader knot. There we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I am going to be doing as much exercise as I can to get back into shape. And thanks to my new meds, I'm also seem to be losing weight a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can't lean into that and improve my weight situation. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And that was sheds 1, 2, 6, and 9 are reversed. Alrighty, so 1 and 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7 and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. So unless the silk order comes in before I head out, I will be doing the next braid as a Kiko pattern braid in white, yellow, green, and black. All right, so 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 and 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And left side, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And 1, 2. And I think I've mentioned before, but I probably have less than 10 hours of braiding left to do on this, which I can do probably in about 3 streams over the weekend. 3, 4. Listened to 2 audiobooks this week. 5, 6, and 7. 7, 8, and 9. Sheds 4, 7, and 9 reversed. One of them was a science fiction book, start of a series. The first one was for sale on Audible. It's obviously a first, well, I don't know if it's a first book, but there's definitely some rough edges at the beginning of the book that seem to settle down closer to the end. Not 100% sure I'm going to be following up on the series, but it wasn't a bad story. But I looked at it, and the series is like 16 books long already. All right, so 4, 7, and 9. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, 7 on top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on top. Checksum is good. The other one I'm not quite through, and it's very snarky, kind of a modern voice. It's set kind of in a fantasy world, swords and sorcery technology. 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 and 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. In this world, sorcery works. You get the power by negotiating with the gods for magical power. And there's like, I think, 13 gods in this reality. And the things you bargain with are like, childhood memories, or getting betrayed by a friend, or, having nightmares over a certain time period. They're rather ephemeral on a lot of stuff. Some are more physical. And as the main character says, there are no good deals for this. And I won't get too far into it, but when it opens up, apparently there's been like about a 10-year gap where none of the gods of this reality have been around to make trades. So almost all the magical power is gone. Sorcery is not a long-lived occupation anyway. But they suddenly pop back up shortly after the book starts. And the main character for a long time has had an open-ended contract with the god of death, where he has to murder a certain number of people every so often, or he gets sick. And he doesn't know how many he needs to satisfy the contract. And when it opens up, he's guarding a city against deserters from a war, not a very large city, and somebody shows up wanting to be an apprentice. And things kind of go downhill from there. It's not too bad of a story. Again, not sure I'm going to continue on with the series. The title of the book is Death's Collector. But it's a fairly enjoyable read. I'll probably give a thumbs up or thumbs down for continuing on once I'm done with it, but it's been fun to listen to when before the Rust trial started up. And let's see, yeah, I did just finish that on the left. All right, so just make sure that I'm done with this move. So on to the next move. On to 68. On the right, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 11. Sheds 3, 6, 7, and 9 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 13, and 19. Sheds 1, 7, and 9 are reversed. And let me catch up with chat real quick here. Gwen saying hello to Marmar. And Marmar saying hi to Gwen and Maylee. And Cookie Steve. Hi, Marmar. I'm in and out at the moment as well. Have to get dinner going soon. Maylee Kumihimo sounds interesting. I will go ahead and update the description for this stream when I'm done with the titles and authors of the books I'm talking about. So if anybody's interested, they can track them down. Hey, Kathleen Poston, nice to see you on. Good evening, all. How's your day going? It's finally much cooler here, so I can do a stream tonight. And I'm actually nothing wrong with me, and just need to get a lot of exercise to get back into shape. And Gwen saying hi to Kathleen. Alrighty. And so something else if you're ever interested in like the mechanics of how Kindle Unlimited works for authors, catch this week's the Writer Dojo podcast on YouTube and most other platforms, hosted by Clarie Cassan and Steve Diamond. All right, so 1, 3, and 5 here on the right. They have someone on who is pretty successful in the Kindle Unlimited market. And they go over a lot of what you need to be successful in there, how to make money at it, and things to avoid that'll like kill your future on Kindle Unlimited. One of the things just to mention is that you need to like have 3 books ready to release about 1 month apart from each other, and you need kind of 3 books at that tempo for the algorithm to consider you a successful author. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And one of the things that you really do not want to do when you're starting out is do not get your friends and family who are not interested normally in the genre that you're trying to sell your books in or write your books in, because say, Uncle Joey, who tends to normally just cook a lot and about all he buys are cookbooks, if he buys your science fiction story, the algorithm is going to go, hey, people who cook like this book. So they'll start marketing to people who cook, and nobody's going to buy it. And then they'll go, this person does not sell. We're never going to recommend them again. And that's one of the things you want to avoid. Alrighty. Sheds 3, 6, 7, and 9 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, 6 and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top, and I lost counting here somewhere, so let's try this again. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7. Okay, that's where I went wrong. Yep, 6 and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. There we go. Checksum is good. And that's where checksum saved my butt yet again. All right, so 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1, 3, 5, 13, and 19 on the left. And there's 1. That's a 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. And 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And sheds are 1, 7, and 9. So 1 on the top. Sheds reverse. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. That one needs a bit of unroll. Yep. Bottom over to the bottom on the right. And bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. There we go. But yeah, since I've got 5 Audible credits, I figured I should probably go ahead and start lining up some books that I would like to listen to, especially if I'm going to potentially wind up in an area where I may or may not have good internet connection, so I wouldn't be able to listen to YouTube as much. Having an alternate listening point would be a good idea. All right, we are ready for the next move. On to 69. On the right, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Sheds 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 11, 13, and 15. Sheds 1, 5, and 7 are reversed. And yep, we got 4 of the edge transition marks there, which means we are near the end of the pattern. All right, let's go back here and let me catch up real quick. Let's see. Marmar says, my good friend Dr. Moo is going in the hospital, so I'll be going there tonight. Best wishes to him for a uneventful and quick recovery. Hopefully things go well from there. And I know there hasn't really been a lot of updates for the for the fundraiser, but hopefully things will proceed along that line relatively good. I think I did that one. And Kathleen says, I'll have to give my son a kick. He's working on his first. Writer Dojo, I think, is a really, really good resource. They also have a Facebook group. And in addition to being kind of a writers group that's actually held together for a couple of years, they have people who are non-writers in there who are willing to act as writing resources for people who know interesting and unusual things. So I joined. I would like to do some writing, but I know the amount of work I need to do to get my writing at an acceptable level. And I just haven't had like the time and the motivation to do that yet. And yes, I know the first couple of things I'm going to write are really not going to be appropriate for selling, but that's where you get the skills necessary to move on from there. And I may or may not do that. But yeah, in addition to being a good community, there have been a lot of people in that Facebook group that listen to the writing advice on the Writer Dojo who have become published authors in the last 2 years. So let's see. Whoops, sorry. And Kathleen says, sorry to hear that, Marmar. And that's to Dr. Moo going in the hospital. Marmar says, thank you, Kathleen. He's got 5 specialists. They haven't figured out what's causing his issues. Oh, I have my sincere sympathies there. I'm sorry about that. Just for my stuff, I had to see like 2 specialists in my primary care practice like 3 times. And the upshot of it is they don't think there's anything wrong with me. They think I just need some exercise. And Kathleen says, my husband was kind of like that. And Marmar says, did they find out what's going on with your husband? Mary says, Marmar, I hope they're going to find what it is. I will second that, Kathleen. He died, basically, and confirmed their suspicions. I am so sorry, Kathleen. And Marmar says, Kathleen, I am so sorry. And Marmar says, I hope they do too, Maylee. And Kathleen says, it's been over 5 years. I'm still sorry about that. I had a nephew who had cystic fibrosis, and he needed a double lung transplant. They gave him a double lung transplant, and apparently nobody made sure that he was prescribed anti-rejection meds. So he lasted about a year and a half after the transplant, and then he passed away at 16. So that was very sad. So yeah, I understand about having issues with doctors at times. All right, so I think I did read off the moves. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 11 on the right. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've been thinking about some people have been talking about conventions that they go to and whatnot. And 3, 4, and 5. And I'm thinking that to grow the channel and whatnot, 5, 6, that it might be a good idea to make the occasional convention of differing varieties on the East Coast for since I'm usually off on like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I should be able to make conventions in reasonable driving distances. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7. So if anybody knows of a convention that's coming up in the not too distant future that would like me to go to so that they could meet, say hi, and talk about things. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Go ahead and leave a comment on one of the live streams or mention it in a chat, and I will do my best to see if it's something I can make and go to. Alrighty. And sheds 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, and 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. That one's going to be a bit of unroll. Yeah. Now I think it'll last because it needs to go past the leader, and I don't want to pull it up off the comb at this moment. All right, that one goes through there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. And my headache is actually letting up quite a bit since I started streaming, so that's a good thing there. I'm definitely feeling much better. Also feels really good to be streaming since I didn't do it since last weekend, and it's been a while, and I've been jonesing for it. Just couldn't deal with the heat. All right, so 1, 11, 13, and 15 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11, 12. And I figure I'm going to order that off-brand, not Lego kit while I'm on vacation. And when I get back, I will probably do the occasional Lego type stream. All right, so that was 13, 14, and 15. Pretty sure this is it based off of the color chart, but I did lose count. All right, and sheds 1, 5, and 7 reversed, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 on the bottom, and 7 on top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top, 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, and 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top. Yep, that's right. Checksum is good. And pass that one through over to the top on the right. And we are ready for the next move. On to 70. On the right, we are going to exchange 3, 7, 11, 15, and 17. We're going to start an edge transition. Sheds 1, 4, and 6 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 3, 13, 17, and 19. Sheds 2, 6, and 7 are reversed. All right, let me catch up with chat. And all right. And Marmar says, doesn't matter how long it is. Merely Kathleen Poston, so sorry. And Kathleen says, Doc decided I needed counseling for my grief, and I agree with, I'm assuming that's a typo for him. I guess auto carrot strikes again. Marmar says, sorry for bringing the good vibes down. Kathleen says, nah, chats are good for us even if we get a little sidetracked. And Marmar says, true. Kathleen says, Torrent, I see you have Jessica's t-shirt on. I love that thing. Yep. For those that can't read it, it's My Body is a Temple, ancient and crumbling, probably cursed, harboring an unspeakable horror. I actually have a couple of these. One of them is starting to wear out, and it's like 2 weeks until I can pick up a couple more. Bailey says, Marmar, no worries. I really appreciate that you are comfortable to share with us. And Marmar says, this chat is awesome. I love being here. Thank you very much, Bailey. I try and cultivate a friendly and supportive chat. And Glenn says, please hit that like button. I appreciate that reminder, Glenn. Kenny Peterson says, good evening, Torn 3 in chat. And Kathleen says, yeah, I'm tempted to buy a Taka-Dai next year sometime. Torin is a terrible enabler. Mrs. Torin says, I am a Kumihimo pusher, and I lean into that statement. So, hey, we got a member chat from Marmar, who has been a member for 8 months. Murderbot Diaries on Audible is, can't quite read the icons, but it's something and Kiss. And yes, I do like the Murderbot Diaries. I have listened to, I was actually caught them as the Audible exclusives for like the first 3 until they combined it in there. I'm a couple episodes behind. I really should catch up on that. Oops, sorry. There we go. There we go. Maylee says, hey, Kenny Peterson. And Kenny says, hello to Maylee. And Gwen says, to Kenny Peterson. And Kathleen says, I have the first Schlock Mercenary t-shirt. I didn't have any Schlock Mercenary merch, but I did read it for most of the run. I'm hoping the author comes out with something else. I know he's been like redoing the strips into books that people can buy. And Amarma says, Chef's Kiss. Okay. I figured that was probably what it was, but like I said, I couldn't quite see the chats on the small monitor here. And Kenny Pearson says, Gwen, hello, waves. And the 9-month membership chat from Cookie Mon Steve. Ooh, I forgot about these. Nothing special to say. Just wanted to show off. Thank you very much. It shows that you've been a member for 9 months, and that is much appreciated. You guys are helping keep this channel going. All right. I heard that on the Rust multi lawyer trial stream today, the one with Andrea Burkhart, Kurt on civil law, Danny on direct, and Good Logic, that Uncivil Law bought like $100 of advertising for Good Logic, and Good Logic says he got about 300 memberships out of that. And I'm thinking that don't know if I want to do that or not, but when I get close to come on, get my brain to function here. When I get close to 2K, I might do something like that to push me over. Not that it would be a lot of benefit, but it would be nice to grow the channel a bit. All right, so 3, 7, 11, 15, and 17. So 1, 2. But I got to be careful that you do it to places where people would like to keep watching you, because if you get a bunch of new subscribers and they don't watch anything, YouTube considers you to have like either a dead channel or people who have subscribed to you hate you. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So yeah, my current schedule for Braids is the one for Ian's fundraising auction for Second Life, Stollery Children's Hospital, this winter. So 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, and 17. After that, I will be doing Uncivil Laws Braid, then Aussie Overlords Braid, and then I think I'll probably do Andrea Burkhart's because I have really been respecting her work, and she seems like she's really interested in getting the braids, so I would like to not make her wait too long for that. Sheds 1, 4, and 6 are reversed, so 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And a couple of these need a bit more unroll. This is the one that doesn't want to unroll, so I am going to take this one and pass it through to the bottom here. And before I do anything else, I'm going to do a quick chroma slide. That will give me a little extra length on them. And I'm supposed to start at the start of this move anyway. This will take some of it up. There we go. Then we do the top moves. So 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Check some is good. And instead of pulling the top one over through, we pull the bottom one and up to the top on the left because it's an edge transition. And left side is 3, 17, and 19. 3, 13, 17, and 19. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Or not 3 on the bottom, exchanging 3. Get my brain in gear, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, 18, and 19. And sheds 2, 6, and 7 reverse. So 1 on the bottom, and 2 on the top, and 3, 4, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Check some is good. There we go. We got 1 touch in the ground. Hopefully that won't be an issue. All right, so 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top. Nope. Let's try this again. It is 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and on the top we go 3, 4, 5 on the top, 6 and 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top. Check some is good. There we go. Goes to the top on the right. And we are ready for our next move, which will start our long edge transition at the end of the pattern. And we are ready for move 71. On the right, we're going to exchange 11, 15, 17, and 19. Sheds 1, 5, 6, 7, and 9 are reversed. It's the end of the edge transition. Left side, we are going to exchange 3, 11, 17, and 19. Start our long edge transition, which will run just these moves here. And sheds 3, 6, 8, and 9 are reversed. Let me catch up real quick here. All right, let's see. Catch up where we were. All right. Kumihimo Steve, laughing out loud. Kathleen says, "Be right back." Kumihimo Steve says, "Hey, just trying to lighten the mood. Give Moon my best. St. Paul's or Lionsgate." Marmar says, "VGH, his internal med guy strongly recommended it. They were better than LGH." Pokemon Steve, I would agree with that assessment, particularly for internal med. Speaking of doctors and the like, I have been catching up with some of the shorts from Dr. Glockenflecken. Kurt from Uncivil Law has shown him recently. He's pretty good for doctor interactions. And Kenny Peterson says, "Hello, Marmar, Pokemon Steve, Kathleen." And Marmar says, hey, Kenny." And Marmar says, "Poor guy has so much going on. He really doesn't need all this as well. My sincere good wishes for good diagnosis and speedy recovery." Cookie Monsu, quite possibly related. And Kumihimo Steve also says hi to Kenny. And Kumihimo Steve going lurk mode. Have to get dinner organized. Well, I hope you enjoy your dinner. And Mama says enjoy your lurking. All right, and the red moves, so we're ready for the next one. Quick check at the stats. Says we got about 8 people on Twitter, or 8 people on YouTube, 3 people on Twitter, and quick check, we got just me over on Rumble. Go live over there. Heard that, or bump it up to live. It doesn't always feed when I don't have it up as the main one. All right. My right arm's still kind of sore around the elbow. I think it's mostly just from working with it. All right, so 11, 15, 17, and 19, though the couple of blood draws in the last few weeks haven't helped with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Sheds 1, 5, 6, 7, and 9 are reversed. Since it's the end of an edge transition, we do the top moves first. So bottom 1 and top 2, 3, 4 on the top, 5 on the 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Oops, no, 9 on the bottom, and then up over this last blue one, then under the last one on the bottom. And that bottom one goes to the top on the left. All right, then on the top, and 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top, and yep, there we go. Down here, top blue one passes through the shed to the bottom on the left. Next blue one drops down to the right, same position, and that edge transition is over. Left side, 3, 11, 17, and 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, and 19. As I'm going along, I can feel some of the tamas unrolling on their own as I am moving them around, which is definitely letting me know I'm getting very close to the end. There we go. It goes down there. All right, sheds 3, 6, 8, and 9 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. There we go. And one on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Oops. I'm reading the wrong side here. All right, let me just. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the last one correct. I'm just going to double check. So 1, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top. And yep, there we go. That's the right move. All right, so let's try this again. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And the bottom one here, which is one of the ones that's touched the ground, goes up through and to the top on the right. And we are ready for the next move. On to 72. On the right, we're going to exchange 3, 9, 11, 17, and 19. Sheds 1 and 4 through 8 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 7 through 19. And sheds 3, 4, 6, and 9 are reversed. Sorry, a little bit of yawning there. Let me catch up with chat. And let's see, Mara says, Torrent and Cookie Steve, I'll pass along your well wishes from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kenny says, Torrent, may I ask what type of material you're working with, sir? Yes, not a problem. I am working with silk thread that I have ordered from a store in Japan that does international shipping. I get them on cones. They come with 2,500 meters of thread. They run, I think right now, about like $25 a piece shipped. Let me grab one real quick and I'll show you what they look like. All right. So I have one loose over here. See if I can do this without knocking the camera around. I think I made it. All right. There we go. All right, so this is the cones I get them on. Yeah, there we go. I got a fair amount of thread on them. I've done like 2 braids with the yellow so far. Legal Vices and this one here, and there's still quite a bit of thread left on them. I figure I have enough at the normal sizes I do. I have enough of them that get back on camera. Anyway, at my normal usage rates, sorry, let me reposition that. At my normal usage rates, I figure I can get like 12 to 14 braids out of the color that I order. All right. But the let's see, there we go, just a little bit there. I use 12 cones to make one of these strands. So each of these has 12 individual threads from the cone together. I also make a warping frame so that you can do this with like a rack of 12 of them and just feed them all through. But let's see. As you can see, there's individual threads, and it's roughly 50 weight sewing thread. It says it has 4 bundles of 3 fibers together to make up the 50 weight thread. I hope I haven't gotten into too much overwhelming detail there. And Gwen says, Torn 3 loves to answer questions. I think I have proved that there. Kenny says, Storm, thank you, sir. Didn't mean to interrupt your flow. Nope, not at all. I talk with the chat to make sure that this is not a boring stream for people. And I love to answer questions because I want to spread this art far and wide so that it does not die out. And people who want to can pick it up and learn what they need to know for it. And Gwen Marmar says, got to hop off now. Bye, everyone. You have a good evening, Marmar. Best wishes for Dr. Moo, and hopefully it is not overly stressful for you as well. All right. And yes, I did read off the moves. But yeah, as I have said on this channel a lot, and as most of the regulars know, I love answering questions. I don't think knowledge should be hidden. So if I can answer a question, I will do my best to do so. All right, so 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. And 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, 18, and 19. Sheds 1 and 4 through 8 are reversed. All right, so 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 on the bottom, and 2 and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Top one, whoops, lost my grip there, passes through the shed to the top on the left. All right, left side, we're at least the second move into an edge transition, so top moves first, and exchanging 7 through 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12. 13, 14. 15, 16. 17, 18, and 19. And sheds 3, 4, 6, and 9 are reversed. The top moves first. So 1 and 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 on the bottom, and 7 and 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. And up over this last blue one on the top and under the last yellow one on the bottom. That one passes through to the top on the right. Then we do the bottom move. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7 and 8 on the bottom, and 9. Sorry, let's see. Lost my count there somewhere. Let's try that again. All right, so 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7 and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. All right, that looks right. And goes down here, and top one passes through, down to the bottom on the right. And we are ready for the next move. On to 73. On the right, we're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. And we're doing a single move edge transition. So sheds 1, 4, 5, and 6 are reversed. Left side, I'm going to exchange 9, 11, and 13. Sheds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 are reversed. It's the middle of an edge transition. All right, there we go. And Melee says bye to Marmar, and Kenny says, or waves at Marmar. All right. Let me do a quick check. We got one other person watching on Rumble. And according to StreamYard, we have 5 on YouTube, 3 on Twitter. All right. And on the right, we're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14. Ooh, air coming in has gotten suddenly a lot cooler, so I'm assuming we got rain coming in. (15, 16, and 17. Sheds 1, 4, 5, and 6 are reversed. All right, so 1 on the bottom, or sorry, 1 on the top, and 2, and 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 on the bottom, and 2 and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Since it's a single edge transition, bottom one goes to the top on the left, and the top one drops straight down. There we go. We didn't lose our symmetry there. All right, left side, 5, 9, and 13. So, or 9, sorry, 9, 11, 13 on exchange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. There we go. All right, 9, 10. 11, 12, and 13. And sheds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the top. 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. 7 and 8 on the top. 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Oops, sorry. 9 on the bottom and up over this last blue on the top and under the yellow on the bottom. And that one goes up to the top on the right. And 1 and 2 on the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top. 7 and 8 on the bottom. And 9 on the top. Nope, looks like I'm off by 1 here. All right, so 1, 2, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the top, 7 and 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Okay, goes down here. Top one passes through to the bottom on the right. Sorry, getting a little sleepy here. All right, we are ready for the next move. And on to 74. On the right, we're going to exchange 3, 7, 9, 15, 17, and 19. Sheds 2 through 7 and 9 reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, 9, 17, and 19. Sheds 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9 are reversed. And Gwen says, in case y'all forgot, hit that like button, double check your subscriptions, and share this wonderful content with family and friends. I appreciate that, Gwen. Thank you very much. And Kenny says, thumbs up and check mark to Gwen. And got to jump off. Thanks, Torrin, night all. Okay, Kenny, you have a good evening. We'll hopefully see you again on here soon. Next stream is tomorrow morning in the morning Eastern time zone. Probably about 9 a.m. if I can get it up and running by then. All right, 3, 7, 9, 15, 17, and 19 on the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Sheds 2 through 7 and 9 are reversed. And one at the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Yep, there we go. Just making sure. And 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. And top one over here passes through to the top on the left. And left side, 3, 5, 7, 9, 17, and 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 and 19. '17, 18, and 19. There we go. And sheds 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9 reverse. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, 7 on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let's try this again. I just completely lost my train of thought. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's try this one more time. All right, so top moves first. So bottom is 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. And up over this last blue one on the top, and underneath the yellow. Pass that through to the top on the right. And 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. And I am not sure I did that last one right. So, quick double check here. 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom, and up over this last line of blue, and under the yellow. Yellow one passes through to the top on the right. And I already did that. This is the one I'm double checking. Yes, I did get that one right. So now I can do the second half of the move. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on top. Checksum is good. And yep, there we go. And let's just pass it on through down to the bottom on the right. Alright, there we go. That looks good. Brain's a little more awake right now. Alright, so next move on to 75, our second to last one before the pattern reset. On the right, we're going to exchange 3, 7, 15, 17, and 19. All the sheds are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange everything except for 1 and 13. And sheds 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9 are reversed. Alrighty, and there we go. Alrighty, let me catch up on chat real quick here. Kenny says, I'm on the West Coast, may not make it, but thank you. No worries on that. I'll try and have more on, and you're welcome on to watch the replays whenever you like. Kathleen says, back, thought something was wrong, so checking my baby sister on Facebook. Turned out her spouse's father passed away last night. Sister had her hands full, but is dealing with it. I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully things will settle down soon. And Philip Martin, hey, nice to see you on. Welcome. Just stopping by to like and say hello to everyone. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Nelly says bye to Kenny. And Kathleen says, not sure how her partner is managing it, but she has the comfort of knowing that her dad is now in heaven fishing with his lifetime partner again. And Melee says, hey, Philip Martin. Gwen says, hello to Philip Martin. And Gwen says, Hannah Gutierrez is testifying tomorrow. I'm not sure when she'll go on the stand, though. Yeah, they were discussing that right at the end of the multi-stream, and Andrea Burkhart said that she's not actually supposed to be transferred for a couple more days, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on there because they apparently don't have a transport order yet, or transport order that goes into effect yet. And Mary says I won't be able to watch it. All right. And on the right, we're going to exchange 3, 7, and 15, 17, and 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And there we go. And all the sheds are reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum is good. A couple of these need a bit of unroll. And bottom one here. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Okay. Wait a minute. That does not look right. Put that back here. And did I forget a move? So just to the bottom. There we go. Top one here, down to the top on the left. There we go. A little sleepy, not super sleepy. Alrighty. And I just realized I made a mistake here. I should not have that yellow line through there. So I moved the wrong one there. I am like really getting sleepy, so I'm going to stop here. I will fix the error before I start the stream tomorrow. And I am sorry about that. So I will start back on move 75 when we pick up in the morning. I'll take a picture here so people can see the mistake on the thumbnail and know what it is I did. I'll also take a high-res picture and put it on the community tab for members. Alrighty, thanks everybody who stopped on by. Let me go ahead and quickly find out if there's a redirect stream I can send you to. All right, let's back up here, do a refresh, go to live. Alrighty, edit, customizations, redirect, add. All right, looks like Good Logic is on. He's watching Big Boy Press Surf with Biden. I don't think anybody else I got here is live. Nope, they aren't. All right, so I will set up that there. I've got that saved now. And back to StreamYard. Let me catch up the chat real quick here. When it says, that's interesting. I thought that would be taken care of before the trial even started. Yeah, Andrea Burkhart was also wondering about that because of unless somebody had an order that they didn't publish. And let's see, did I miss something there? Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen. Awesome work otherwise. I don't know if that's somebody alternate or if that's the same Gwen, but welcome, welcome. And Kathleen says, rest well and be blessed, Torrin. All right, I am going to do my best. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And like I said, probably going to have another stream 9 a.m. Once I've had a chance to get a decent amount of sleep and have my wake-up meds. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. As always, stay safe and happy braiding.